think if everybody is ready, I guess. Seeing the same person speak twice in a day is not very entertaining. It's partly boring. So I would like to share with you all some of the points that I have thought through when I listen to all of the sessions and all of the presenters, all of the people who share their experiences. In one sentence, I do not hesitate to call the whole project adequately productive, in the sense that it produced what it was supposed to produce, and all of the people involved in it felt that they learned something from the project, and they were also able to teach something as a part of the project. So when you are in the process of teaching and learning simultaneously, perhaps you are both learner and teacher of the 21st century scale, I guess. So in general, my conclusion is it was productive enough. We should not be like self-congratulating. I'll say that it was an extremely wonderful kind of thing. Yes, it was to some extent very productive. That would sometimes be self-congratulatory, which does not mean it was a bad project. It was definitely a good project and a productive project. And my observation is a lot of people from diverse background and with a diverse perspective worked on the project. And the important thing is, like, when I observe, even in the session, when different people, the session speakers, were articulating their own different thoughts and perspective, that actually was bringing the whole thing into synergy. If your perspective and thoughts are in isolation from each other, you are just by yourself and your thoughts are just with yourself, they are of no use. They are very unproductive for society. But when you bring them together, or they do not produce any energy for the society. But when you bring them together and people start discussing and discoursing among their thoughts and ideas, then that will definitely produce some extremely important synergy, which is very important. So this project, in fact, actually was in the process of producing synergy by bringing individual energy and individual thoughts and ideas together. So, and then even in the very advanced times, like the big virus, as all of us know, the deadly virus called corona, which by no means was equivalent to like Black Death, but it was certainly something very undesirable and very nasty things for us to experience. So the corona actually certainly intervened with our project, but despite that adverse conditions, the project kept going on, and then we are where we are now. So simply, very briefly about the impact of the project. So I was also interested, and I think everybody else was also interested, what is the total outcome or total impact of the project in general. But I certainly have, and impact of the project, and the project has a very productive impact. Yes, it did have a productive impact, but I slightly differ. I slightly share my different, divergent perspective on that. So I think it is too early to gauge the impact of the project now, because the project does not work this way. Okay, you bring these carpenters and woods and everything together, and you can build a house in 1 year or 6 months' time. The project that intend to intervene in human affairs, that intend to change human behaviors, that intend to enhance human skills and capabilities and confidence, and even their mode of philosophical thinking, because the whole 21st century requires, as I have already pointed out in my welcome space, it requires a whole set of a new philosophical foundation, without which 21st century skills will be meaningless. So if you want to change people's behavior, if you want to change people's skills, if you want to enhance, if you intend to enhance their understanding of themselves so that they can be a good teachers and they can be a good learner, then you need to wait for quite a long time. You cannot see the impact in 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. It will take like 5 years or 10 years, because any intervention on human affairs will not produce impact which could otherwise be the case, like in a natural science case.
So we certainly have to wait to see the actual impact. And then I think sometimes, even if I'm a social scientist by my discipline and professions, it is extremely difficult to actually measure or accurately measure the impact of human interventions. You don't know how many people have been benefited or how many people have been educated in these skills and how many people are helping others to learn those skills. You don't know. You never know. That's very impossible thing. Yes. I'm done. So thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my concluding thoughts. And then I assume our concluding thoughts should not be a symbol of a conclusion of something, but should be a symbol of, they should symbolize or indicate or imply inauguration of something very productive in the future. And I hope Graham and everybody here from Finland and from Nepal are adequately committed to make this happen even more productively in the days to come. And thank you. I saved my 1 minute.
Thank you.
So, is there any more?
Do you have something? Okay. Please. Dr. Perna.
Okay. Thank you. Graham Bond. Okay, it's not working. What happened? It's not working. Okay. Okay. Okay, yes. Okay, at the end of these closing remarks, I'd like to just share my reflection, okay? Yes, actually, this project has brought, great things for us. Actually, at Q1, I know you faculty should learn the survival skills for the 21st century. This type of skills has brought to us is very, very wonderful. And the more thing, see, this project also has brought a wonderful, paradigm shifts in the field of teacher development. Actually, this project will also play a very vital role in the domain of teacher development. So definitely see there is a lot of impact of this project in the near future. This on process anyway. And then see only 18% of teachers have been receiving the digital pedagogy after launching this project on process. There will be the increment of the percentage of the teachers with digital pedagogy, because teaching and learning is impossible in this world without digital pedagogy. So all the globalized knowledge can be, globalized through this type of collaborative resource. And then see, I'd like to just thank all of the architects who designed this project and brought in such a condition. So we are very thankful to all the experts of TU, Nepal Open University, HAM, AMC, and then all of the seniors, university leaders, to bring such a collaborative resource among the University of Nepal and Finland. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. No? Thank you for that, Perna. Unfortunately, or as we saw earlier, Mr. Shrestha. That is difficult to say. Shrestha. I'm getting better, right? He's gone anyway. So he's left us. So we have two more people left to speak. And they are Dr. Torvi from the Finnish Embassy, followed by our project chair, who will formally close this meeting. So, Torvi, would you like to please come up on the podium?
I think that highlighted that. Thank you. Respected
Vice Chancellor, respected Dean, professors, chief guests, dear colleagues and friends. A lot has said actually today about the history of cooperation between 4 universities in 2 countries. Maybe a few words still I would like to say about the history of collaboration. We started to plan the first project between Ripon University, YAMK University of Applied Sciences and HAMK University of Applied Sciences in 2012. Actually, it is like 12 years ago. This long cooperation has been really essential that we can come together today, that our friendship, our partnership, our colleague work between colleagues, it has really developed during those years. It was crucially important to have enthusiastic persons in a planning process. We discussed here in our panel that what is the key success for cooperation. So I would like to answer now that actually one key element is that there are those people who are really enthusiastic to carry responsibilities in the beginning. I still like to mention actually the first colleagues who worked very intensively founding the sustainable collaboration. For example, Professor Dean Prakashman Sestra was one who really started this cooperation, and also coordinator Professor Shram Krishna Maharjan. They were essential persons in this cooperation. And from YAMK side, before Pekka, actually Director Ulla Mutka was really pushing me that we could start cooperation, and also the head of research and innovation, Dr. Leena Kaikkonen, was another one who really pushed me to do that cooperation and start that. And we got a lot of support from our rector, Jussi Halttunen, at that time. And from HAMK, head of research and innovation, Martti Majuri, was really enthusiastic to start with this cooperation. And then we have those grandfather of all cooperation, Leknath Sharma, who has really been in many kind of roles in this cooperation. I'm really happy and thankful for him as well. And then we need technical support as well. It is one success that we need those people who can technically, for example, do the applications. If I think from YAMK side, I know the best my dear colleague on that time, Principal Lecturer Ilmeri Maunonen Eskelinen, who wrote all those 3 applications, and they were really high-level applications, and it was definitely one success and one secret for our success in this cooperation. And like Gangasur said that 2019 we sat here together actually exactly 5 years ago in the beginning of June. We had a workshop, the first workshop for this 21st Century Skills project. Seija was here then as well with us. Without them and many other colleagues, we couldn't have started this long journey together. And another secret was actually that on that time, the need of Ripon University to develop open and distance learning methodology for teacher education met the expertise of YAMK and HAMK University, because our universities, our School of Professional Teacher Education, we had implemented that kind of open and distance learning teacher education already many decades. And also, I think that this is now, it is ending.
If there is a wire microphone, you can use perhaps that one.
This one. This one. It is. This is.
What is the next one?
Okay. It cuts and.
Where's the next one? That drill around.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
कस्तो तपाईहरुले एक दिन पनि नटिक्नु पर्यो 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's walking.
Yeah. We have had a long day. Okay, thank you. So also Embassy of Finland had an important role already then. Then counselors and advisors from the embassy helped us to take contact to Ripon University. We worked for open and distance learning education model for teacher education 2013-2020. And just before COVID pandemic, we managed to finalize the second phase. It wouldn't have been actually the better time to finalize the project for open and distance learning. I understood that the Faculty of Education actually managed to continue teaching even during the what was that? This lockdown here in Kathmandu, because we in Nepal there was a long-term lockdown actually in the whole country. And actually, COVID was really a challenging time globally in education, and it caused delays and learning gaps everywhere. So all effort to continue teaching and learning were essential, and it was really much needed globally. Many thanks for all stakeholders. Now Nepal Open University joined the project, and all responsible persons who continued this cooperation still 4 more years. And now Pekka, Marianne, and other new persons has also joined the project, and also new deans and vice chancellors. We have heard today how important it is to develop higher education cooperation in international cooperation. There are, and we have heard about examples about level of pedagogy, research, and innovations. All of this ensure actually the future of higher education, but not only higher education, not only education, but also the future in a national level. It really strengthens the Nepal as a country. We just read in a newspaper one day that 100,000 young people emigrated from Nepal to other countries for higher education studies last year, and 900,000 people altogether for work and other reasons. It is crucially important to develop universities in Nepal that young generation can stay in their home country, in Nepal, study here, work here, and live happy life. They don't want to move out of country if they have opportunities here in Nepal. This requires joint effort from the country, including well-educated teachers. As Undersecretary Raju Chestra just said before tea break,
that Finland is starting a new education development project, Technical Support Cooperation to School Education Sector, TECSES project, in cooperation with Government of Nepal, Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, and universities to develop a strong structure for teachers, pre-service and in-service teacher education. So it is really important that universities cooperate with the ministry in this project, and not only project-based, but for the sustainable structure for teacher education. It is important to develop and improve curriculum, pedagogical methodology, and teachers' professional identity, that teachers can be proud of their profession, important profession. It was really excellent to hear today that this 21st century project, skills project, actually has already started cooperation with schools, local governments, and also provincial education, training and education centers for teachers. It is really important to continue that cooperation. We started to develop teacher education opportunities through open and distance learning education model for core subjects, science, math, and English, more than 10 years ago, in cooperation with Finnish University Applied Sciences and Rippon University. But still, teachers for those subjects are highly needed. So it is also one reason why cooperation needs to continue and development needs to continue. And there are also other important themes in teacher education which are really important for Nepal's future. They are, for example, mother tongue teaching, psychosocial support we heard here today, and also green future, green school and safe school environments, and climate change mitigation, and importance of school meals. Teachers need to be aware of these themes and integrate them, their teaching, in pedagogy and in curriculums. I really encourage these 4 partner universities to cooperate, continue cooperation, research cooperation, maybe some mobility program, other cooperation, for example, with Erasmus Fund or some other cooperation instruments. I'm really thankful I have this opportunity to join this seminar today. Working as a project manager in this Hei-Iki project for 7 years before this 21st Century Skills project was a privilege, and it is a huge privilege that I have opportunity to continue education development in counselor's role at the Embassy of Finland in Nepal. Thank you so much to all of you.
Toby, thank you very much for those remarks. Finally, may I call upon the project chair. You've been called a grandfather more than once today.
I'm the grandfather.
And he is the grandfather, of course, yes.
Thank you, Graham. He is the pilot of all of us. He flies us. So I will say like this. Respected Vice Chancellor Madam is not here. Okay. Guest, our colleagues from Finland, Director Pekka, Director, I forgot the name, sorry, Madam, and all our friends and all our guests, our professor and as well as our admin staffs who have contributed a lot for the success of these events for today. First of all, I would like to offer my cordial thanks for all personnel who were involved in managing this program and making success. So I would pay my deep respect for all these things. And I salute to all those dreamers, designers, as well as implementers of this project, because we design programs, courses, we design MOOCs, we design guidance and counseling courses, and we implement it at different level and also at different layers. So I salute to all who contributed very positively on this work in this moment, as our Dean Sir already remarked that way. Also, thank you very much for your valuable deliverables, giving through panel discussion. In one, I was also a member, and also presentation from our course lead, especially from our friend from England, and also the experts, Nepali experts, our professors, for their valuable presentation based upon their experiences as well as the output they achieved so far. In my assessment as a chair of the board of this project, what I want to spell out here very clearly, and I have no confusion at all, that at output level, we achieved almost 99, I would say, because we have set different benchmark, different outputs, and we accomplished mostly. So at output levels, we are successful. It's a very, very successful project. So I claim myself also, based upon the presentations today, as well as we have a regular board meeting and the presentation of the facts and figures as well as everything we observed. At the level of outcomes and impacts, yes, at outcome levels, we can point out a few very easily, because it has given some model of the program, of digitalization, how we can do, how is it possible, and can indicate some of the policy brief based upon the experiences we had done through implementation of this, all these activities within the project. Regarding the impact level, yes, I accept the remarks that it is not, it would be earlier to say. But how we evaluate the impact, actually, if something we make some intervention on the side of the human development, let's say, or human resource development, or any sorts of social change or social reform activities. Actually, that measurement is not as we measure as an absolute measure. It's not. But what we do that, based upon the reporting of the participant, we do some proxy measure we develop and measure. That is another thing. The most important thing is, if we train our teacher and if they can deliver, professionally as we desire, according to the professional standard, then we are very successful. And at impact level, we did something good. And another thing is, all the efforts should go to the level of the students. So they are the grassroots level. If they learn well, and if they become a very autonomous learner, they learn by themselves using all these resources that are available freely. If we can prepare students like that, and certainly we are very impactful. So that part still we need to wait, but we can guess we can achieve this level of achievement too. So, thank you very much for the patience you took throughout the day, listening, interacting, and observing our activities. Also, there are some weaknesses if from our side, from the side of the management. Apology for that. And you would understand that it is an error from the human side. It usually happens. So it's my cordial request to you to forgive us for that. So thank you very much. And I think I have to close. Anything else, sir? No. Close this formal session of today. Thank you very much. Enjoy this evening. Anything? You declare.
I have one notice for you, ladies and gentlemen. The bus for Nagakot will leave very shortly after 5 o'clock. All co-creators and project staff that are travelling to Nagakot, please make sure you're on the bus. I have to apologise to certain people due to a miscommunication. This is not an open invitation to Nagakot. This is for project workers only. Sorry about that. So, project staff on the bus, 5 o'clock, let's go to Nagakot. Thank you.